Chapter 1, Technique 1, a synopsis. I'm not sure which side of the fence I sit on, in the "there's nothing new under the sun" argument. It's certainly true in network marketing. Most products contain information that has been rehashed, a new slant has been put on it, and it's been given a catchy title. It's all about catchy titles these days. But although it may be better written, and the links to relevant sites are new, the info probably isn't. Nothing wrong with this. As a customer, you simply need to realize that you're not likely to find any new information in a big launch. Sure, you may find info that you haven't come across before, but it's highly unlikely to be new to everyone that reads it. This is true of most things in life. The difference is that in network marketing, many things are touted as an amazing breakthrough or secrets revealed. At the beginning, the information contained could still be very valuable, of course, but not new. And so top marketers have realized that if they want to sell a product, they should put a new slant on it. It works something like this. The author comes up with a product. He sells product. Product gets old. Product is forgotten about by even those who first bought it. Then someone gets a hold of it, could even be the original author, knows it's an older product, but decides to revamp it. Thus, an old forgotten product that is still useful gets reannounced and made revaluable as a new product. In other words, you take a product and give it a makeover. Give it a new e-cover, electronic cover. Make a few changes to the interior of the EBOOK file and viola. A new, yet old, product emerges that markets well and can make you tens of thousands of dollars. It's been rehashed. It's like a divorced man. It's been to the gym, got in trim, had a new haircut, got that broken tooth fixed, and now it's ready to be offered again. It's the same old thing, of course, but the packaging, marketing, and downright fizz is much more appealing. Of course, this book works, especially with private label products. In fact, it works better. Why? Well, for starters, you can reword the entire product if you want to. Make sure you give it a catchy new title. Add your name as the author, and slip in all your affiliate links to make the product a multiple revenue stream product. Okay, so what's a multiple revenue streams money producer? It's any product that can generate more than one source of revenue. A one source of revenue product is one that brings revenue solely by selling the product. A multiple stream of revenue product is one which contains, for instance, affiliate links or links to other products you are selling, so that as well as selling the product itself, you get residual revenue from the links in the book. It's an easy process. First, be sure that you can legally make changes to the product you've chosen to market. Obviously, if you wrote it yourself, you can do whatever you want with it. If you've bought resell or master resell rights which come in PDF format, this is not a problem. Just add your own bonus and zip it up with the PDF. I do this all the time, and it's one of the reasons I look at people as though they've gone mad when they say resell rights are dead. I love resell rights. You can usually check the license, add anything you like to the package, and pass it along with the resell rights product you bought rights to. Most people who resell it are too lazy to change the package in any way, often not even looking at it, so they happily pass along your affiliate links, freebies, site adverts without realizing it. Private label rights, PLR, are usually best for this though, because you can add your own money making links in the actual text of the document. Unfortunately, the current trend is that some people put weird and wonderful restrictions on their PLR products. Make sure you read the licenses that come with the product, and if in doubt, go for unrestricted PLR, which means you can do most anything with it. So, where was I? First, make sure you're allowed to change it. If it's a rebrandable product, this means there are certain things you're allowed to change in the product, Put in your affiliate or other product sales page link. S, as directed by the original author/creator of the product. Usually, you can insert a link of your choice in the PDF that comes with a rebranding tool. Whichever way you do it, just make sure that the product you're creating or rehashing or rewriting or whatever becomes a multiple revenue stream product by adding your own links. Otherwise, once you've sold it, that's the end of your revenue from it. And the trick is to earn an ongoing revenue from every single thing you sell. When you're creating a new product from an old one, the key thing is that you update it as much as possible, make it your own, and giving it a snappy title. That way, it's more likely to get resold and passed on, which of course is what you want. I always think that network marketing trends go round in 10-year cycles. Look for old products' chances, or you can pick up the PLR for pennies. If you don't fancy rewriting them yourself, use a ghostwriter or freelancer to do it for you. Most big sellers have a stash of older products to draw from. Think about it, you'd have had to be involved in IM for 10 years to remember the original launch. I was, and my memory's not that good. I've successfully resold products from 5 years ago after a serious rewriting, and nobody's noticed. Remember old to new products. Put your stamp on it, retitle it, redo the graphics, put your links in. Sell it. Take this to heart, and you'll never be short of products again. Chapter 2, Scare M. A synopsis, used throughout marketing in general, extremely effective in network marketing. If you believe you may miss the boat, to coin a phrase, you're more likely you take immediate action, which is why we see lots of sites with offer ends at midnight or similar slapped all over the sales page. That's the point of this one, to make you take action. But there's more to it than just that. It's how you word it that really gets people's blood pumping. Say, for instance, that you have written what you believe to be a killer sales letter. Then, when you type up your call to action, you say, hurry, this offer ends soon. But when exactly is soon? Soon is such a broad definition in terms of time, it doesn't sound real or scary enough. What works? Soon could be 2 days from now, or 2 weeks from now. It's excellent for marketers to try and keep their special offer alive for an undisclosed amount of time. They make more sales, but really, it hurts them in the long run by not picking a designated date and time. That's why when I sell products with that come with limited rights or are time limited, I shut them down immediately the deadline passes or the licenses sell out. Make sure that when you use the fear factor, you give your customers a deadline and stick to that deadline. The fear factor only works if you make a date and then remove your offer when the date is reached. Yeah, you may miss out on a few sales, but think about it this way. The next time you run a time-limited special offer, your customers will know they had better take you up on it or miss out forever. And telling my readers that I'll be pulling the offer as soon as the licenses are sold is an excellent selling point too. I'm just drawing their attention to a particular fact that it's a limited offer, but man, does it help sales. Some copywriters call this fear trigger the call to action. Here's an instance. Hurry. This is an exploding offer and will self-destruct on Tuesday 14th at exactly midnight. It's even a good idea to throw in a little JavaScript counter to really make them sweat. With one of these, they can see the time to when the offer ends counting down in front of their eyes. Then finish up with something along the lines of, if you come back here after the above date, you will not be able to take advantage of this offer. You must ACT now or be locked out forever. Of course, this is precisely how the fear factor is supposed to work. Offer your customers something exciting, put a specific time frame on it. A few days usually works excellent. Give them an unbeatable price for what they are getting, and then rip it away from them like a thief in the night. This works very well as a fast cash generator too, putting a time limit of, for instance, a week on the offer makes your reader act within a certain time frame. This means you bank the money within a certain time frame too, of course. This will work when you need to get affiliates on board fast too. In fact, this is one of the best ways to guarantee a successful launch. Make it week-long, then end it dead. The activity you'll see within that week will amaze you. Chapter 3, Worth, a synopsis. This is a minefield. Luckily, as marketers, it mostly works in our favor. Would you pay $97 for a book on Amazon? Perhaps if it was a huge, glossy coffee table edition, or a specialist trade manual related to your work. Most people have a $10 limit for book, real, physical books, in our heads, and it's hard to shake that. But convert that thought to an ebook, and suddenly we're forking out the best part of $100 for a 30-page electronic publication. Why? Because of perceived value. Worth. When you sell an ebook, the value isn't in the physical thing. It's in the information it contains. Best of all, the value of information is impossible to quantify. For a start, information is more valuable to some people than others. It's not to do with size, either. If I offered you a 600-page ebook on how to make money from AdSense, or a one-page document containing next week's lottery results, which would you go for? But because e-products, which I'm focusing on because it's what most of us deal with online, can't be quantified, it means we must put some value on them for our customers. This basically means telling them what it's worth. Now, this isn't as hard as you may think, because most people involved with IM know that an ebook can sell from any price between $5 and $1,000, usually $997, but the normal range for an ebook is under $100. There are some things we can do to improve its perceived value. An ebook of 300 pages is usually, but not always, perceived as being worth more than a 20-page ebook. Of course, there are exceptions to this. If it's written by someone who's classed as a guru, then they can probably charge a little more for it. But when you're reading down that sales page thinking, I want to buy this ebook, you already have a rough price in your head. If it comes in between $19 and $47, chances are you're going to buy it. Anything above this range becomes an obstacle and undoes all the work done by the sales page. In short, the perceived value you give to your book should be the maximum you can get away with, without it becoming something that the potential customer has to think about. In terms of volume, you're going to have to get around 25 pages minimum into your ebook. Anything less and it becomes something, you guessed it, that the potential customer had to think about. We don't want them thinking. We want them to be rushed along in a sales whirlwind of emotion. Some of my best-selling ebooks have been between 30 and 40 pages in length. That's because I don't write fluff or padding, hopefully. You can see that from reading this. I could pad my books out to 100 pages and sell them for $97 instead of half that. But I don't, because I have respect for my customers and want to provide no fluff quality information, but mostly because I know you're not stupid. People looking for quality information can spot padding a mile off, and it doesn't go down well. So to improve the perceived value of your product, but also to ensure it sells, you may want to do the following. 1. Sell it at an industry standard price up to $49. 2. Make it over 30 pages if possible, but don't increase the price based on page value alone until you get over 100 pages. 3. Don't make the pricing or low page number something that causes your customer to stop and think rather than buy. Being different can be a real selling point when marketing your product, but if you're going to do it, Make sure your product is flawless. Chapter 4, Your List, a synopsis. If you're serious about network marketing, I'd say you pretty much needed to build a list from day one. It can be done without a mailing list, but it makes it bloody hard work. I've heard all sort of figures bandied about on the actual amounts you should be able to make from your list. I honestly think most of it is complete rubbish made up on the spot by marketers when someone asks them. However, although I'm pretty sure there's no definite answer to how much you should make from your list, I can't help using the following equation when I assess my own earnings from my list. I'll say now that this is irrational and not based on any research, however it works as a rule of thumb for me. The gold, not counting new launches, affiliate earnings, or any other sort of revenue from my sites purely going off mailing to my list, I always try to earn around $0.50 per person on my list. Obviously, this doesn't mean that everyone on my list sends me $1. Although that would be nice. It means that on average, with some people buying and some ignoring the emails, I average $1 per person per month. So with a mailing list of 1,000, I'd expect to take in $500 a month from that one list alone. That's why you should build a list, because it doesn't take much effort, and it's an excellent source of ongoing revenue. If you need money in a hurry too, you can send out a mailing and have $500 in your account in 48 hours. I know of someone who uses his very large list to fund purchases rather than use banks or credit. He tells me he bought a $300,000 house from a single mailing to his list. I believe him. I'm not going to go into how to build a list because it's not what this book is about. You can find plenty of free info on the net about this. I use EBOOK to manage my lists. Others use GetResponse or standalone software that can be installed on your own server. To really earn good profits from your mailing list, there is a secret. The secret is have more than one list. That's it. That's the secret. Now, if you only have one list you rely on to earn money, then you already know what to expect. $1 per subscriber. But that equation doubles if you have 2 lists to pull in profits from. Want to triple it? Then have 3 lists, and so on and so forth. Obviously, it's not as simple as that. You could argue that a big list would bring in exactly the same sales as a dozen small lists that equates to the same number of subscribers. Well, yes and no. If you have a large general list, you'll get a percentage of sales, sure. But not all the people on your list will want what you're offering at any particular time. Some will be into AdSense, some into affiliate courses, some into viral marketing, and others into, for instance, software, so may not want an ebook on self-development. See what I mean? They've all opted into your list to get a freebie, presumably. But what the big boys, the gurus, do is realize that to make serious money, you need to be more exact about what your list wants, so they have multiple lists. Here's how it works. They have multiple opt-in pages, each offering a different freebie. One may be on AdSense, one on affiliate courses, one on viral marketing, etc. Because the opt-in pages are more specialized, they know in much more detail what the subscriber is after. So to the list that opted in to get the free AdSense course, they'll target mostly AdSense and pay per click-related products. To the people who opted in for the viral marketing freebie, they'll target mostly viral marketing products. And the end result is they end up with a much higher purchase rate than the general list that most subscribers try to earn from. Really, it's niche marketing, viral list, rather than a site. Instead of $1 per subscriber, they may make $7 per subscriber. And on a 15,000 list, that's the difference between $15,000 a month and $105 $0.000 a month. From the same number of people, just more targeted. This is possibly the biggest secret that the gurus want to keep to themselves. I'll bet you've not read about it before. Use it, it's worth 100 times the price of this book. I'm speaking from experience. Wrapping up, network marketing is a game, an ongoing game. You need to see the funny side of it and not take it too seriously. If you use the tricks, secrets, whatever you want to call them, in this book, then you should have successful product launches and an ongoing successful business. The main thing, the BIG info, is this. Stop buying products from other marketers because you want to learn how to make money. Instead, buy products because you want to know inside out the methods that these gurus used to sell the products to other people. You're not interested in how they say they earn money online. Watch how they do it, not what they say why they do. There's a big difference. Once you've done that, use these same methods to earn money online yourself. Doesn't have to be excellent amounts, just a gentle, repeatable revenue. Then write up the method and sell it. Congratulations, you're on the money train. Be honest, provide good information.